test, test. All right. Let me throw out stream announcements. Okay. Actually getting an Ark Nova stream in here. Okay. So science library is always very good. Base projects are Europe, birds, and species diversity. For species diversity, expert in pred seems fine too. There is a primate breeding with a collared mangabe in our hand. We're on base map observation tower. There's also a sun bear. Breeding cooperation long term is kind of nice, but hitting these. This is a Europe bird too. We probably need to keep this, huh? So this is tough. I want to keep like. I sort of want to keep 7 or something, but I wonder if it's just keep these 4. Keep the barn owl sign library expert in preds, and keep the sun bear for later. Sun bear's just very strong, so it's very tempting to keep that. The primate breeding gives a very clear project to start, though. This doesn't necessarily, although we should be able to hit. We should be able to hit species diversity in round 2 off of what we're doing here, so I think this is fine. Wow, Explorer is very good. Explorer, very good. I don't have a clear answer for how we're going to get that. I don't have a clear answer for what I'm doing with my Associa action. I probably just do 2-rep unis with this hand. I mean, I eventually need Partner Zoo. And there is a uni way down on the card row. But to draw the Explorer, like we can just play something to draw it, but it's really awkward. Well, it's not in our rep range yet. It is in our opponent's rep range now. / they can just snap it. Alright, whatever. We'll worry about it later. Just play the science library. It's good money. It's good times. Probably just do 2-rep uni after this anyhow. The perception on the barn owl is going to look at a lot of stuff. Opponent takes the sloth bear, which is also a good card, but reptile breeding is apparent now. I am going to take the 2-rep uni. Opponent still has not done their Associa action either. I am very tempted to build to grab an Explorer. An early Explorer is very good. Perception equals good. Yeah. Alternatively, I could just snap the Explorer in a second. I might just do that. I like building near the tower early. Kind of, one of the things I don't love about doing this right away is it's gonna... This is one of the best, like, speculative enclosure spaces on this map. Is right near this clever. This is like one of the few rock water spaces on the map without upgrading build. You don't hate snapping since we have perception coming up. Yeah, I think I'm with you. I think I just build a 2-size. The question now is where do I build? Touching the tower with the 2-size, I also tend to like building a big guy on this map. But I guess I could speculatively build like a 4-size and then build a 2-size Snap Explorer. Alls I'd be playing is Barn Owl for the first sequence. That's not great. I might overvalue having the speculative. Seems slow. Yeah, I don't... That's what I'm... I probably am supposed to just build next to the tower and play the Barn Owl. But then even if the Barn Owl finds something, I can't play it? I don't like any of that. 2 size over rep? Play it down here and then play something next to the tower? I can do that. I don't know why I'm doing that. Although it leaves the speculative enclosure for later. I get the idea. I don't even have to build next to the tower yet. I get it. I just can play the barn owl this way. Okay, no. I think this is the answer. Yeah. This way we have the rep. We have the rep coming in too, which is good. Opponent plays Adventure Playground. Wow, both playgrounds. That's cute. It's a cute start. Both playgrounds. Just easy appeal early. I also kind of want to just play Expert in Preds. So this opening round is looking a bit slow. I also don't actually have a project plan at this point. I mean, I might just wind up taking the other uni next round, which is a little not ideal. I was hoping to manage to hit species diversity, but so I could go expert in Preds, build another 2 size, and then assume the barn owl finds me another animal. You know what? I'm actually gonna try that. I'm gonna try another 2 size, put the barn owl in, and see if it finds something. WBC hype, yes. Thanks for the watch streak. Yeah, I am getting quite ready for WBC. I also am probably just on a lucky streak of Ark Nova, but like my rating is higher than it's ever been. I feel like some of the discussion and analysis is like further paying off here of me realizing how many different like lines there are in various situations, but I'm also probably kidding myself a little bit. But anyhow, we're going to see what the barn owl finds. Opponent does do another cards action. That's good. They take the reptile breeding program. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. All right. Let us see what is out there. All right. This is going to tell us a lot of where our game is going. Ideally, we just have an animal and a project to build for. These are not animals that we can immediately play, nor are they animals that particularly do a hell of a lot, to be honest. I guess I go petting zoo animal, and I kind of hate sea turtle tank because it's a mess, but free range New World monkeys is really gross, but it does give me a way to just do species 3. Yeah, that's a pretty big whiff. That's a pretty big whiff. That was not what we wanted. I probably am just doing uni now and upgrading sponsors. Opponent breaks, that's good. I just discard the free range New World monkeys. Yeah, that card's trash, and I don't actually need to do a project here. I can get by just doing a uni. Bald eagle is a good bird, but I'm just gonna do another uni, get upgrades. Definitely upgrade. We get the explorer out right away. The explorer is gonna be big. And then I probably upgrade animals so that we can keep eking out a bit of rep. Upgrading cards to look at more stuff isn't terrible, but it's not great. I'll just do animals. Alright, next move is definitely explorer. I could play herpetologist off the row, I guess, but just play the explorer. Just play the explorer and then start playing all the other tags. Alright. This part of our game is good. But yeah, we're about to draw some more cards. I mean, I probably will build a petting zoo. Although, where do I build the petting zoo, right? I guess you build the petting zoo like here and still leave a 2 size next to the tower. Frilled lizard, that was kind of expected. Opponent took that reptile breeding program and had an Australia partner zoo. Opponent's off to a kind of troubling start, to be honest. This is a lot of appeal. They're going to just go do a project. They've been using the tower efficiently. Like, their game is something. But I have built up. I'm building up more of more sponsors that are doing things. But yeah, my income's behind. Okay, Giant Panda looks very good with Sun Bear here. That seems great. And then the Tapir is good. Penguin Pool's pretty legit with the bird project. So yeah, actually, I think we now can safely say screw Petting Zoo. I think this is our game plan here. Yeah, this is pretty clearly the game plan. I just play the Tapir in a second. The Tapir is pretty pricey, but it also gives me a rep. So we're getting really close to a high enough rep to get another worker too, which is pretty sweet. If I had another source of rep here, that would actually be incredible, but I don't. The digging on the Tapir is going to be a little annoying. All right, opponent snaps the eagle. I was about to say I could dig that away, but it's probably going to be gone. New Zealand fur seal. Wow, that's also very good. Although New Zealand fur seal, again, classic rock water on this map is very hard. The 5 size is like up here. I guess I could build a 2 size just to open up a 5 size. Because this would also be quite good. Although again, I almost have my second worker from rep. So I don't really need to push for that. I'm gonna build a 3 size for the giant panda, or do I just build another 2 size for now? Just build another 2 size for now, draw a card off the top of the deck. Sure, actually. I don't know. I don't like that actually the more I think about that. I am just gonna build an eventual enclosure for this panda. I'm hoping to get more 2 sizes soon from doing a project. Yeah. I'll probably just knock the fur seal out of the way because I'm not playing it and I don't want my opponent to have it. My opponent takes expert on Europe. Oh, duh. Expert on Europe also quite good, given that Europe's one of the base projects. So yeah, this is not the most exciting Tapir. I could be playing Herpetologist off the row for an Explorer proc here. But I think I want to be able to break in case my opponent decides they're not breaking. I think it's improbable that our opponent's not breaking. It seems unlikely for them, but get good explorer value back. And then yeah, as for dig, I'm just gonna dig the first seal out of the way. That's not very important. I don't really want to dig anything else, sadly, which is kind of a bummer, but I don't really fear anything else here. All right, hopefully opponent just breaks, but they probably have a sponsor to play. Yeah, they just are going to play the X-Run in Europe. Yeah, this is a bit awkward. I think this is where I'm going to X-back build and then use sponsors to break. I would like to play this Penguin Pool, but I really want out of this round, right? I don't have good things to be doing in this round at the moment. Yeah, I don't have good things to be doing in this round at the moment. Not having an X token here is kind of a bummer. Yeah, I will X down build. I'm gonna assert that's okay. And then yeah, we'll just break. We'll just break. I will take 2 size reward and upgrade cards because we're getting up there in rep. And then whatever animal I go on to play, I will need an Asia partner zoo, but everything else will be set up for these big points. Yeah, I just want breaks and partner zoos. Yes. Do you think I should just be partner zooing actually ahead of species? I thought I was gonna species 3 here, but is this partner zoos before that? Wow, and a rhino now. Rhinos always are scary. My opponent can snap that. My opponent has a lot of good cards. This is a bit of a concern, to be honest. Opponent's having a good game and has good cards. Opponent already has a spot for the eagle. Probably is just playing the eagle here, actually. No, but maybe it's 2 CP worker. I don't think it's 2 CP worker. I definitely want Asia Partner Zoo, but I think I do. I think I do species 3, and I'm gonna. I mean, I do have to play an animal before I can take the Asia Partner Zoo, which is a little bit of a problem. But I don't know. I'm planning to like just upgrade cards and assume that I find something playable for the next rep. But maybe that is wrong. Maybe I'm supposed to just Asia Partner Zoo because it unlocks so many. Maybe I do Asia Partner Zoo here because it unlocks so many. It unlocks so many playable animals, but then I don't even have enclosure space. No, I need the 2 sizes to start coming in for free. I can't keep building like this. I can't keep building like this, but I am going to be pretty reliant on whatever this cards action is to find me something actually worth playing, which is, again, not the best position to be in. Then the determination is dead too. Oh, I get what you're saying though. Yeah, then the sun bear. The sun bear becomes bad if I do that line. Gosh, maybe it is just Asia Partner Zoo. Just is Asia Partner Zoo, and I have to do 2 size here. I'll have to just take a build action. I guess that's not that bad. Just do that, lock myself into doing a build action, do 1 more unupgraded cards. That does fix a lot to just take the Asia Partner Zoo. Yeah, I mean, it opens up even the Tarsier. I might even be able to play both of these. This is 24 and 13, $37. Still only have 1 worker this round? Wait, what? No. If I take Asia Partner Zoo, as soon as I play Sun Bear, I will get the other worker. So I think it is actually Asia Partner Zoo, like build 2 size, do a cards action, and then do animals playing both of these into species 4. I think that does all work out really quite nicely, actually. Yeah, I go cards, build, do these animals. Yeah. That looks good. Already on 7 rep. Oh, you missed that. Yeah. Yeah, this is why I was saying that it wasn't that big of a deal. Like I knew I knew I didn't need 2 CP worker because we already had a lot of rep rolling in. We've already taken both unis. We upgraded animals first, which gave us rep. We have the tapir. We covered the rep on the map. Like rep was not an issue. Or yeah, getting another worker is actually not a big issue here. It's just it was figuring out how to get stuff played, but this is gonna work out quite well. I do like some of the stuff on the row, but I just need more cards. I do like the Tarsier a decent bit. This is kind of a whiff on cards again. I mean, I guess this is a bird. Having a bird is something. Expert on the Americas, I'm not playing. I'm not playing this, so. Alright, I build a 2 size next. I probably do just pick the Tarsier up for later, although again, how much rep do I need? But I didn't pay attention to my things earlier either. I am a sponsored zoo, so it is good to keep playing useful sponsors. Would be nice to keep playing useful sponsors. That's something I should endeavor to keep doing. Opponent could break. Opponent breaking would be kind of annoying because I would really like to get a project before the break, but if opponent breaks while they're at 30 and I'm at 0, that's spooky. But again, we're setting up a mega turn. We have the mega turn set up, so but yeah, this has been a lot of setup, but hopefully it all pays off between giant animals, explorer, etc., etc. But yeah, opponent does just break. Yeah, I mean, good move from them, but that is bad for us because Opponents earning $27 to our 14. They have snapping, yeah, and the extra income going. They do have upgraded builds, so they can start getting enclosures. They have Europe on 3 already. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm getting so many points in a second, but yeah, the fact opponent broke me there was very good for them. Really enjoyed my last Ark Nova stream VOD. Sad that that one didn't finish. Yeah, that was a bummer that one didn't finish. I'm still hopeful we have a game here, but God, I am legit spooked that I'm very spooked that, of everything that's happened. But again, this is about to be very good. This turn's gonna be very good, but um yeah. Okay. This is at least extremely good. I am gonna upgrade. I actually think I upgrade a Soch now. Think I upgrade a Soch, although God, I'm already down to $21. I don't know that I actually need Dono. Well, hmm. It's tempting to upgrade a Soch because I'm about to do an Soch action. This free uni's up there too. Yeah, let's upgrade a Soch. This might get us the free uni. And I think I should be able to take a partner zoo still this break. I've said I needed 2 size really badly, and I do need 2 size quite badly. I could put a doubler on sponsors here, actually, just to... I could double sponsors, play Penguin Pool and Break 5. Actually, that seems fine. Yeah, that seems fine. I also do need to look at more cards, but we're going to do that pretty shortly. I think this 2 size actually goes down on the bottom. I want to build a 5 size up here. Well, I really want to build the 5 size over here over Clever. Yeah, actually, I do just do this, right? I do want to build this 5 size just to be prepared. And now donos look good because I have so much money. Okay, yeah. This is working. This is working. And now we go Penguin Pool, break 5. Penguin Pool, break 5. Oh, but then I have no X token? No, wait, can Penguin Pool can cover an X, right? Oh, perfect. Penguin Pool can cover an X. Good. So we go Penguin Pool, break 5, then I take another partner zoo. I'm probably taking Australia partner zoo. I'm just too behind to do Europe. Australia partner zoo opens up the... I can at least play the Kookaburra, which is like not the most incredible thing, obviously, but I think it's fine. What's my last upgrade? Definitely cards. Oh, definitely cards. We've got to get cards upgraded because we're capped on the rep track. The capped on the rep track is the real problem. This is a no upgrade build game. This is no upgrade build. I probably upgrade build not often enough. I think that's actually one other thing in my toolkit I probably need to improve at is I like so do not upgrade build. But we already have 2 small creatures. We are getting free 2 sizes. Like I don't I just need to use my build actions to build large enclosures. But yeah, I think this is Australia partner zoo. Plus donate, obviously. I think we'd like to find a path to 5 birds. I don't know how realistic that is, though. But I think that's the dream. You find that you're usually either sponsors or a Soch on upgraded, but you haven't played in a while, so the meta might have passed you by. I would say, at least amongst me and my friends, we are pretty heavy on the never upgrade build meta. With that said, I'm increasingly into a world where like you don't even get all your upgrades in a game because like getting all your upgrades is also not always a thing you have to do. I mean, this game we are a 4 upgrade game, but like some games you could be so fast. Opponent does get the free uni too. Yeah, this opponent's playing very well to be honest. They're on a very good path. Yeah, already doing Europe 4, already at like 45 points. getting the free uni. The 3Xs is going to be very good for us. So to be honest, in terms of my own game, the X's are probably better, but free unis are just so strong. So don't love that our opponent gets that, but that's okay. All right. Australia Partner Zoo, we do have all of our upgrades. Opponent is living on fewer card upgrades than we are. We have more rep. We're getting these donates, cheap donates in at least. I'm not that far behind, I guess, 37 to 45. And again, I'm going to claim I have more important setup done than they do, but I don't know that it's true. Our next card draw is going to determine a lot of how I feel. If I find even like one more bird, I'm feeling quite a lot better than I am right now. Finding a good release project would be sweet too. Not that I currently have a lot of great releases, but yeah, let us see what the deck provides. All right, that Taipan is decent. That allows us to do reptile breeding actually. So this Taipan is solid. The sea lions, whatever. Another tapir is whatever. A bush elephant. Okay, bush elephant is decent. This isn't the worst thing if we find the release project. I think this tapir is actually the worst here. Yeah, I don't plan to play you. Oh, and I caused a break there? I got an X token and I caused a break? Oh, well, this is actually quite good. This is quite good. Give me $5. Okay, I like this. I like this, I like this snake into doing reptile breeding, because we need another project to do. I wish I had sponsors to do. With sponsored zoo, I would really like to get 2 sponsors out. I'd like to have 2 more sponsors that are justifiable, but you think you need to break for cash a lot more than you think I break for cash a lot more than you do typically, which is probably an error from you. It might be. I do think more people should be like upgraded sponsors using it for cash and just directly playing animals, but you can get pretty distracted playing mediocre sponsors, but also, I don't know, there's so many different playstyles. Like this game, I will grant, I've warmed up to like Ark Nova. Like Ark Nova does have tremendous depth because there are a lot of like different game paths that work. And so it does, it has that Agricola-like element of like, in Agricola, you can pull off so many different things. I mean, each game you're still trying to end, at a certain kind of state of like having good animals and like here you're trying to have good animals and appeal and good projects, but like the path you take to get there can look so different. It can just look so different. I'm building this 5 size up here just for speculative rock water reasons. I'm not planning to play this elephant anytime too soon. This elephant's not particularly important. I'm knocking sponsors down because of the fact that I just want to use this clever for something, but it's not the best knockdown. In fact, I'm probably playing the frickin' jumping Tarsier here, which is like really going to accelerate us toward the break, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay just having fast breaks at the moment because like I have great uses for just crap tons of money on donates, big animals later. Opponent is getting their upgrades knocked out here instead of projects, which is kind of helping us catch up a little. So yeah, I'm probably just playing, and I still need more enclosure spaces. So yeah, I think just playing this guy into Tarsier is actually the play here. We did not find that many birds. Oh, there's a bird on the row. Wait a sec. There is a bird on the row. Why do I keep ignoring that? Again, I sort of want to get 5 birds if that's ever a thing. There's definitely styles in Ark Nova. Yeah, it's why you don't upgrade sponsors. Yeah, it's a great post-mortem game too, which dives with games you like. Yeah, you think you've played more like you and enjoyed how I played it differently. Nice. Okay. Oh, I get to pick the flamingo up here, actually. Okay, this is great. This is great. Pick up the flamingo for later. Take that flamingo for later. But instead of playing the Tarsier, I might play the Kookaburra. I might play the Kookaburra because I do want to be playing these birds, trying for 5 birds, given we only need one more bird play. But again, enclosure spaces. I don't know that I actually want the Tarsier in an enclosure here, but I did kind of want the break. So whatever though, this is fine. This is all right. Again, I can go do reptile breeding. Asia release is okay for us. It's just another project I can do, which is nice. It's not incredible here. If I had played the Tarsier, the release is actually quite good. But honestly, even releasing Sun Bear is a pretty decent release. Expert in Pred's giving us more money. Love to see that. Our opponents played 4 Preds for reasons. Um, I'm sure it's just what they have, but like whatever. Oh god, I forgot they had this Rhino. I forgot they had this Rhino. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that for them. I do not like that. I do like that I'm about to get 3x tokens. That gives me some great flexibility in a sec. But yeah, we're probably going to take another cards action. But yeah, opponent's already up to 59, and they probably just got to pull... They probably just pulled Preds. They probably just pulled Preds as a project. Yeah, they presumably just pulled Preds as a project. I mean, they're down to $8, and the break is nowhere near, so the pressure is on them to cause the break at least. I guess second slot of reptile breeding. I'd rather have 2 rep than a CP is probably true at the moment still. I could take snapping. It's kind of late for snapping. I think given the position we're in, I should just take another worker. The reason we take another worker is so that we can do another project this round if the round goes really long. And like, I don't know that there's any cards we need to snap anyhow. Yeah, I don't think there's any cards we need to snap anyhow, so... I'm going to keep donating here. All right. I am discarding Aquatic Park. I still like some more endgame points than I have, but, you know, whatever. We can't fully control that. Finding one more bird would be incredible here. You want to go back and watch my first ever Ark Nova game. You remember the Bird Sanctuary being my endgame plan entirely? No, Reptile House. I'm pretty sure Reptile House was the thing I latched onto. I read the rulebook and was like, I am going to build a Reptile House. That was like my big goal. And then I also remember, yes, off of the initial keep, I talked a bunch about what cards to keep. And I clicked the 4 cards and I threw those cards away and kept the other 4. I remember that. And then yeah, I don't even know that I actually built a reptile house because yes, I think I might have actually built an aviary because I wound up with more aviary animals, which like to be clear, aviaries are strictly better. Like after playing a bunch, obviously aviaries are better. There's nothing on the card row I want to draw. There's also currently nothing I'm drawing. Scarlet Macaw. Scarlet Macaw is a bird. Guys, it's a bird we can't play, so you know there is that. I might be taking a partner zoo as my sponsor action. It might be worth taking a partner zoo as my sponsor action to be able to play this game. But yeah, this is kind of a whiff. I don't need you. I don't need you. Yeah, kind of a whiff here. I'm gonna have to build a freaking 2 size just to play animals into, and I guess I can play an elephant into this at some point, but I'm getting more money. Maybe I am just taking the stupid partner zoo. Native farm animals, chickens or birds. I wish I could play native farm animals, but it's very illegal. My appeal is way too high. I've come a long way from that first game. You remember that stream? Nice. Yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoy that. It's on that one's on YouTube. I did get that one uploaded. But yes, I agree. We've come a long way since then. Wait, stop. Just take a partner zoo here. Just take a partner zoo here. This is kind of wild to be able to get a freaking macaw, but it is. I'm gonna assert it's worth it. Donate 10. I'll have opportunities to donate 10 later, but don't do that yet. Don't do that yet. No need to donate 10 here yet. Opponent is in kind of a bind. Wow, and they're playing sponsorship lines. I mean, sponsorship lines is fun, but they have $8. So this is a great. I think this is a big mistake from them. I think they needed to push pace. Giving me time to set up more enclosures is bad for them, relatively. Although a slight problem here is I sort of want to build a one size so that I can play both Macaw and Tarsier. Well, actually, so I want to play Macaw and Flamingo, which I don't have the money for if I build the one size. Yeah, opponent did have another animal to play. Okay. Yeah, right. Macaw is 13, Flamingo's 15. I could put one of them into my giant 5 size, but that seems bad. 4 workers, not a bad reward for taking an offbeat line. Yeah, it's fine here. I could just break into play. Am I actually going to break and help my opponent out? Interesting. All the X tokens? Yeah, I have so many X tokens. I have such flexibility, which is great. I could just play the Science Institute, actually. Science Institute here is weird. It gets me the money. It does get me the money to play the one size and then play both animals. Also, wait a second. The other line that I'm all of a sudden thinking about is the Anthong release is here. I could just go do... Well, I'd have to snap it, and then my opponent should just break. The Anthong release solves everything because it opens up the enclosure I need to put the other creatures in, and it gives me the money. The problem is I would love to play it directly off the row, but I'm short 1 rep. Yeah, I'm going to play the Science Institute here, which is a weird use of a turn. But I just don't see why I should be breaking for my opponent here. I just don't think that's the correct move. I think I'm supposed to make my opponent's life a little tricky. But yeah, the problem is this. The problem is this of, like, they can just now break 3 on their next turn after I build another dinky enclosure. I don't like that. You think animals 5 fill the 5 size and then you can release? Can release what? I can draw the release, but animals 5s gets you the rep you need to play from the row. Yeah, I mean, it even gets it into my hand. The problem is I still can only play 1 animal. Playing one animal is not super good use of my time here. Although building another freaking enclosure is also not the best use of my time. But it's what I'm doing. Is it really what I'm doing? I mean, my opponent's gonna break here. My opponent should break here. I then play both birds into birds 5 into... Well, okay, wait. I think we win. I think this is still correct. I think I'm supposed to stall. I'm supposed to force my opponent to break, because then I get to play both birds. And actually having another enclosure is important, because I'm not going to have a release. I'm going to play both birds into birds 5 into finish the game with, like, elephant plus some other animal. I only need 41 points. This is 15, probably a donate in there. Actually, I should be able to, with all my X tokens, take a last partner zoo. Okay, yeah. This is slow, but it's all gonna come together. We've been building up for a monster finish. I think I'm 3 turns away from crossing now. And my opponent's not gonna break because they're crazy. Okay, well then, yeah, they super lose. I think they super need to break and they don't realize it, and that's fine. But yeah, definitely just play both birds. Then I'm already set to do birds 5. Once the break happens, I can play the elephant. I'm gonna have enough X tokens that I can, do the awesome associate 8, taking both partner zoo and doing a project. That partner zoo is worth 2 extra CP. Triggers explorer even. It'll save money on the elephant. Because I can take... Well, I can't actually take Africa Partner Zoo here until the break, but I'm assuming my opponent's going to cause the break in a sec. I am going to take away this, although this doesn't even really matter. Actually, wait a sec. I'm going to have enough Africa to play this zebra with the elephant. This zebra is very good off of the elephant later. Or with the elephant later. So, just play pavilions with these guys. No need for kiosks. No need for kiosks. Just pavilions. Keep taking X tokens. Why not? Sorry, I had to refresh there. I was noticing slight lag. It's still so much better than it used to be, but definitely slight lag on the stream here. Trying to do Ark Nova. So Ark Nova is definitely part of the problem. But all right, nice penguin pools. Just put these out. Take $5 more, I guess. Oh yeah, and get my. That's way I can get something from rep range. But yeah, I don't need to place kiosks. Although actually, maybe I did. Maybe I could have used more money actually. Maybe I could have used more money from like one kiosk in a really good spot, but whatever. We're at 78. We're doing birds 5. And then yeah, like an elephant to cross. So like whatever. Having this extra worker is proven to be very helpful here because like I don't have to break. I can just keep going. Like opponent can also play a project here actually. I did miss. Opponent can play. I'm assuming opponent has Preds 4 from the Rhino, but unless there's something wild in my opponent's hand you think I'm crushing. I am crushing them. I think they've mismanaged this end game. Cuz yeah, it's going to be real bad. My opponent's also doing associate. Oh wait, I don't have the. Oh guys, I don't have the workers to do associate. Oh, I don't have the workers to take partner zoo and project here though. So that's actually kind of that part is unfortunate. I was hoping the break was already gonna be here by the time I was doing this, but it's not. Unless my opponent's gonna cause the break. Break chicken is so interesting with a lot of these 200 and 300 level players because they like refuse to break when it's good for them. Knowing when to break and not is like a really interesting skill. It is the one thing that I'm concerned about transitioning to 4-player. In 4-player, you have so much less control over the breaks. But opponent realizes he doesn't have the workers for associate either. That is true. Opponent also cannot do the associate trick. Yeah. That is what I think was just happening there. Yeah. Yeah, I am sad that I can't do associate because that was going to be quite good. But wow, they had an Africa release from somewhere. Interesting. Interesting. You don't think I need to break, but I don't think it would lose me anything to do it. Yeah, I agree with you that I probably don't have to be this belligerent about not breaking. However, I also might be able to. My opponent did get to 77 after that release. That's a little spooky. Opponent did not play their Rhino project yet. Yeah, I don't know. I can't get too flippant here. I do have enough workers I could take. Huh. I do have enough workers here. I was actually like, I would have been allowed to, or no, I don't have enough. God, I don't have a. I keep forgetting. I keep acting like I have another worker. But yeah, I'm at 93. Like, I can just win by playing an animal. Like, opponent has to break. If I donate 12, I don't have enough money left for an animal. Okay, yeah, don't donate 12. I guess I don't have something for 93 though, do I? This Tarsier is 7 points actually because of Explorer. So yeah, I can't. Well, God, actually, it's really annoying. I can end the game, but the break happens. Yeah, hopefully my opponent just breaks. Yeah, they break. Okay, easy. Yeah, I only have enough workers to do the project. Yeah. Okay, well this is easy. African elephant plus zebra to cross here now. African elephant and zebra to cross as my turn. My opponent has only one action. Tarsier gets you there with the rep. Yeah, it gets me to 100. The problem is it causes the break. which means my opponent then gets my opponent would have still got an action with all that money, and I would have barely crossed. And I actually think that's not very good then. I think that maybe would have not been very good. But elephant plus zebra looks like a good cross. Brown bear is very strong. Thankfully, my opponent cannot play brown bear and actually have a turn to use it because I will not be giving them such an opportunity. Top decking a bird here would be pretty good for the Scilab. Ooh, Scilab's, well, I guess it's not that good. I was gonna say it is 2 CP Scilab to play it, but no matter. It doesn't matter. Well, no, I may as well. These X tokens give me 1 more point. I may as well get the rep, but I'm gonna max rep here anyhow. All right. Hopefully we hit a good end game. Our current end games are not very good, but there's not that many end games that are great for us. But there should be a lot of like 2 CP end games. Wow, we do not get any particularly good end game. All right, that sucks. Both 1 CPs. And then yeah, I guess the zebra is best. Yeah, the zebra looks best. All right. All right, 113. 113 should be better than anything my opponent can conjure. This should be better than anything my opponent can conjure, unless they have the other eagle. Yeah, do I know they have a bald eagle in hand? Do I know they have a bald eagle in hand? If they have a bald eagle in hand, this is a little bit tight still. Oof, yeah, this is bad. They probably took Habs off of their Rhino, and they probably are about to do Habs 5 off the Rhino, which gets them very close to me. They have no endgame points showing, so it comes down to what their card is. But again, I only have 2. Well, I do have a CP on the Science Library, and then I have 2 1 CP, so I have 3 CP endgame. Okay, I should still be winning, but I'm not winning by as much as I should be, given that my end games are absolute trash. But yeah, assuming that they took Habs 5 off the Rhino, Habs 5 into Donate gets them pretty close. And yeah, it's Habs 5 into Donate. Or play a sponsor or something. I don't know. Just builds a space for free. All right, whatever. 106 plus Donate. Yeah, they're at 109. If they have a okay, even if they have a 4 CP endgame, I'm still oh no, they get 2 rep. If they have a 4 CP endgame, they beat us, which is pretty disgusting. Unlucky on the elephant. Yeah, that was probably the worst 2 cards I could have found. Even architectural zoo is also only 1 CP here. Naturalist zoo is like probably only 1 CP. Yeah, there was a lot of whiffs, actually. There was not a lot of hits. You wonder if the science lab was worth a delay turn? I doubt it. Giving the opponent an extra turn's gotta be wrong. Well, although I guess I get what you're saying. Like, the opponent basically wanted to cross themselves. Like, they were gonna do this move into Eagle, into Habs 5. They don't have anything else to be doing either. Yeah, the science lab was worth 2 CP to me. But normally taking a 6-point move is not correct. But yeah, in this scenario it might have been. It might have been correct. What did I take off the Birds project, by the way? I took money. I wonder if I was supposed to actually take sponsors off the Birds project. Nah, that's kind of dumb, because I wasn't going to have the science lab. I had the science lab off weird stuff. Opponent's taking a long turn here, but to be fair, this is a complicated one, so I get it, but I just want to know if they have a 4 CP endgame or not. Although, what 4 CP endgame could they have, right? They don't actually have max favorite zoo. They're going to be one short. Yeah, they're going to be one short. Architectural zoo's not four. None of the animals. I don't think they can have a 4 CP endgame. They have a 3 CP favorite zoo, so we win by a point. Wow, that was way closer than I wanted it to be. Freaking 33 turn game. Yeah, a bit slow. A bit slow. Definitely a bit unlucky on the elephant, but yeah. I mean, glad to get the win there, but oof, not our best showing, but easy W, never a doubt. No, that was, yeah, I think especially if you did know they had a bald eagle, you didn't. No, we did know after thinking about it further, we knew they had a bald eagle. They snapped and they. I thought they built this force size really early for a bald eagle, but they wound up putting the, I don't know, elephant or something else in it. Um, and then they played an eagle later, but I knew they had a bald eagle. They snapped it very early in the game. So I should have been tracking that. I should have been tracking that, but knowing they had the bald eagle, then maybe the science lab was the defensible move. It might be. It's still a bit unclear because if you give them one more action, they also don't have to do the mega turn cross. Like they can see after I Scilab that I'm so close to crossing that their move should also be some other move that just gets them like more than 6 points but doesn't cross them, and then do this line that crosses. I mean, I guess they don't exactly have a ton of extra money, but anyhow, oof, that was a tough one. Yeah, our start was definitely a bit slow. And then yeah, I mean I didn't have a ton of projects and I had to draw a lot of cards. I don't know. That one was yeah, gross. If I played Marine Worlds, we could go play BDW, which I keep seeing BDW trying to get games and I'm like, "Dang, this would be good to go get beat up by somebody better than me." But anyhow, we flipped a backup lorikeet in our game. Nice. Perfect. Okay, that's kind of what I was hoping for. Um, that's good news. I mean, I think that's gonna work out for us then. I mean, I guess in our game, our opponent could take both potentially, right? And maybe they will, but whatever. Hopefully it works. Anyhow, we couldn't have known how bad we'd whiff on the elephant. Well, yeah, that part's true. There, in hindsight, the elephant whiff is maybe not quite as surprising because like there were actually more 1 CP endgames than I thought. I just thought there were several 2 CP or better endgames. Like, I obviously didn't know where Favorite Zoo was. I don't know where Research Zoo was. Small Animal Zoo, I think, was 2 for us. Naturalist Zoo, though, was probably only 1. Architectural Zoo was likely only 1. Uh, so, yeah, I don't actually know that there were a lot of endgames that were actually going to be great for us there. Um, it was slightly unlucky that we kept not finding any more sponsors that did anything. That part was a little sad, but okay. I'm gonna try one more game here before going on to other stuff. You think there were enough 2 CP cards in the pool that I could have reasonably expected one? Yeah, see, that's what I do kind of wish I could test that. Is this who we just played? I wasn't paying enough attention to who we played, but anyhow, similar opponent strength, nearly a 300. Opening hand, we have a federal grants here. I mean, that's obvious. And max sponsors, I mean, super obvious federal grants. We'll actually pay attention to the rest of the hand. Preds, so Europe and America Preds are extra valuable. But do you see any Preds in this hand? No, I do see a Europe in this hand. Okay, this is Park Restaurant. Okapi with federal grants and another urban hand is okay. Climbing Park and Small Animal Zoo here. I guess with Climbing Park, this sprinting frilled lizard is fine. The rest of these animals are not very playable. I don't really like walls of small, so I guess yeah, it's just these. Alright, that's just these. Federal Grants is good. The rest of this hand is pretty bad. I guess Europe Partner Zoo, just to set up for Europe 2 in round 2 is a solid way to start this. Don't mind that idea. There's a talented communicator on the row. Talented communicator would be very good. There's also an eagle on the car row, which is another Europe. I think I'm supposed to open Europe Partner Zoo here. You like Waza Small. Interesting. No, this is not who we just played. Yeah, I don't think so either. Um, especially with Small Animal Zoo. Interesting. I probably should pay more attention to that card than I do, but it's already gone. So, the row also has a free partner zoo and a uni, so anything that can generate freaking projects are very good. Any extra CP is very good. So, want to pay attention to all of that. I am gonna just open Europe partner zoo. We're gonna open Europe partner zoo. We're gonna set up to just do Europe 2 in round 2. The real question is, do I play federal grants or am I trying to play Okapi stable to help surround the park restaurant faster? I don't think we're playing Okapi stable. Yeah, Okapi's probably dying actually. Don't think I need Okapi here. You've had some crazy Waza small games, but with both of the Wazas, the row can absolutely doink you, so it's not consistent. Yeah, I think that's the issue, but you're right that I probably should pay attention to that card more, because I kind of just treat it as blank, but there's got to be times where it does things. So I should be better about actually giving it a chance. Yeah, I should be better about actually giving it a chance, but here we are. Here we are. In general, I don't even hate Speculative Science Institute, by the way. I've been warming up on just playing Science Institute a decent number of games because it just opens up all the high science stuff. But I don't think there's any reason to do it here, especially with another science sponsor. Certainly, we're not like snapping or anything. I might snap the taco because taco is very good, but yeah, I might snap the taco actually. Let's see. It's normally good in the late game to help cross. Okay. Not good to hold on early. And make small animals actually worth points. Sure. Makes sense. Yeah, I do think I'm just gonna. I do think my next move is just snap taco. Looking at oof, opponent with a Scarlet Macaw start. Scarlet Macaw start is quite legit. It gets you very high income. Gets you very good income. I do think this is slightly wrong. I probably would have done Pavilion, Kiosk Pavilion. But still very good. Very good. All right. Give me the taco. I'm going to claim taco is good enough here to be worth snapping. But I would like my opponent to break 5. Or look at cards, that's fine. I just want to start breaking. Do I want to build 2 actually so I can play both my animals? I guess I should build 2 and play both my animals, huh? Yeah. I mean, the frilled lizard's mostly a distraction. So there is an argument for not doing this, because, like, what am I playing the frilled lizard for? Oh, and opponent can break. Wait a sec. Opponent can break now. Now, undo all this. Just get the animal played. Frilled lizard don't matter. I am going to use digging to get rid of this eagle. Nobody needs an eagle. And then we're going to cycle the Okapi. I don't actually need the Okapi. We get an ornithologist instead. Sure. That's whatever. All right. Opponent breaks. Love it. Opponent breaks. This is great. Great news. Now we get to just instantly do the Europe project. We'll take our 2 size reward. We'll play the taco right away. All of that's good news. All right. Europe 2. Take 2 size reward. And upgrade the taco. Well, upgrade sponsors so we can play the taco. Yeah, the only thing I can play at the moment is the Frilled Lizard. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully. Well, actually, playing the Taz Devil off the row looks good too here. The Taz Devil's quite good. It's a pred. Ooh, yeah. Actually, there's a ton of Australia Predators coming down the row. Predators be good. Uh, Predators be good. Playing that off the road be good. I mean, in order to play it off the road, we have to upgrade animals. But I do plan to just take another partner zoo here and upgrade animals. Admittedly, taking another partner zoo is a little annoying with this partner zoo on the row, but I don't have a plan for how to get that thing yet. I don't have a plan for how to get that thing yet. I could do a cards action right now. Opponent has breeding cooperation. That's good. Opponent also can just do the Americas project here. They're doing... What did they just do, actually, though? They took another partner zoo. They took the Europe zoo and upgraded... Okay. Sure. I'm tempted to build a big old 5-size right here. Tempted to just build a big old 5-size right here. I probably will. This is fine enough. It also lets me draw a card from rep range. Okay, that doesn't currently help, but let's see what card we find. Zebra. Okay, that zebra doesn't really mean anything. I probably am just going to take an Australia partner zoo because there's a ton of Australia coming down the road, but that's a little gross. Uh-oh, alligator. Alligator, hopefully because it's America's, but I'm a little spooked because if that alligator's a release, that's a very good release. Or if it's quite a good release. It's a pretty dang good release. There are good animals coming down the row, but let's... Gosh, am I really taking Australia Partner Zoo just because these things are coming down? And I have an Australian hand? Yeah, I am going to do that. And I am going to upgrade animals here. And then we're going to take a cards action. We're going to take a cards action. Our opponent's probably going to break after I take my cards action. But I think I'm okay with that. Opponent takes aquatic from the display. Okay, whatever. That's not concern me. I am going to have to discard some of these cards, but currently I don't really have cards I care about. Science Institute, people. Speculative Science Institute. Jungle. Ooh, jungle. Jungle with the, Yeah. Alright. We have a path. We have a path, everybody. I am going to have to ignore that partner zoo on the line. That part sucks, and we do just instantly break. Alright, I'm just going to get rid of both these sponsors. The Science Museum looks really improbable. And since I took the Australia Partner Zoo, this is better, so whatever. Science Library, though? Science Museum could have worked. Unrelated to this specific game, do you have like 5 basic? The equivalent in Terra Mystica of temples and dwellings are good, scoring in economic favors, try to get leads, try not to hard digs, leave. Okay, yeah, you want advice in that type of vein. I understand the assignment. I am gonna draw this guy off the row because I don't want him to disappear. I think this guy's pretty legit for us. It's a pred. It's a cheap pred. It gives us a rep, which is great. And then I am gonna just play this other pred off the row though. Later. I mean, definitely play this because this is our project. We're gonna release this. We're gonna release this monkey, but then just play this dingo because Preds are one of our goals. So just take the tags while they're there on the row. Yes. And then we'll get this 5-size back off the jungle, which is great. It is a little sad I can't upgrade a Soch and have to just trash this. Also, God, there are good sponsors coming down the row. Number 1 is projects are good, release projects especially. You've noticed that you get the auto 2-size reward a lot. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a little bit of playstyle. I don't know that that's necessarily best. I do a lot of game plans that don't involve upgraded build. And if you're gonna do game plans that don't involve upgraded build, you do need to take the 2-size reward because you need to you do need enclosure spaces to place animals. So the idea behind not upgrading to taking 2 size as your first reward and not upgrading build is that, yeah, you get 2 sizes in the break, and then you use your build actions to build big enclosures. Is kind of the game plan. Do I play this water playground off the row? I don't really want to break 5 here. Do I? I don't really want to break 5 here. I want to do my release project. I could X-back build alternatively. Maybe it's X-back build, then do my project, then figure out what this is. I don't need to build here. Yeah, you know what? I actually like that. I think I like that sequence. Expect build, do this. I'm going to get to draw a bunch of cards from rep range. Awkward. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Yeah, you like upgrade build and you often take the snap reward. You think that's aligned? Yeah. But yeah, my love of 2 sizes makes me think you got to get a good Waza small game going someday. Yeah. Opponent plays New Zealand Lion. That makes enough sense. Opponent kind of has no money again. Definitely jungle, definitely release. Languar. I will take snapping this time now. Get my 5 size back, which is great. Get some rep. Gets this. Unfortunately, I can't take the partner zoo. Not being able to take the partner zoo is a big bummer. Drawing cards from rep range, I will take this water playground because it's a cheap sponsor that does stuff, and then we'll just draw a few cards. Expert on Asia is okay, and a thing, and then I get to snap. Oh, that's right, I get to snap. I'm a big believer in Quarantine Lab. I also like Guided School Tours with water playground. Actually, being able to play 2 of these cheaply is nice. Guided School Tours over Quarantine Lab. I've joked that I think Quarantine Lab's so good, though. I am actually going to Quarantine Lab here. The X token looks nice, and protecting myself from anything my opponent throws at me is nice. But Guided School Tours was very defensible there. But yeah, I don't have to break here. I mean, maybe I should be breaking here, to be honest, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to double play sponsors and keep going. Quarantine Lab! Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Science Library on the row is also quite good, but I'm gonna leave that there, I guess. Opponent also has a project. They're just doing aquatic, though. That's fine. My opponent also... So yeah, that free partner zoo for my opponent someday. I don't love leaving that, but I am angling hard to make sure I get this uni. Now, I do need another project. We just saw an herbivore breeding program. I mean, if my opponent ever plays that, that's great. But yeah, I'm looking for 2 CP to win this uni. Winning this uni is very big. Very big, very important. Oh, hey, I can just draw the science library into my hand. I can just draw the science library into my hand. I will take that for later. I think I can just play that. I can play that in the break even. Yeah. I like that science library draw. Let's just keep that safe. Cable car. Cable car can also be nasty in some games. I don't think it's our play here. It looks like I don't need to play cards here. Do I just animals? Like just play an animal? Explorer? Wait, I just snap Explorer. There's an Explorer again. Hello. Come back. Come back, Explorer. Alright. Draw it up with Water Playground? Yes, thank you. Yeah, I saw that. I obviously saw that too. I didn't even see that in chat. But no, I think that was I think that was a great use of our time here. Opponent is going to cause the break. That's great. Expert in Preds is quite legit here. Expert in Preds quite legit. I don't expect to get Expert in Preds. I'm going to get rid of the Flamingo. Although, why am I really keeping the Lizard? They're both whatever. But given that I already... Oh, I don't have hand size uni. Oh, shit. Okay, I guess I'm getting rid of all of that. Guess I'm getting rid of all of that. I forgot I didn't have hand size uni yet. That snap was a bit less good then. That snap was a bit less good. What are we discarding? Yeah. Sorry, Deranged. I need to answer your question, Deranged. Yeah. Is there commonly accepted rankings for the sponsors? I'm not sure there is. There are definitely monster sponsors, but you think a lot of sponsors can work at a lot of games. Yeah. Explorer and Science Library are 2 of the best. Yes. Admittedly, that is part of why I was angling at them. Wow, Grizzly Bear alert. Grizzly Bear is amazing here. It's another pred. It just gives us another worker. Love to see that. I am going to clever this build back in this break. We're going to clever this build out of the way. The expert and preds did get taken. Oh, wait, I was supposed to... Wait, no, stop. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. We're actually playing Explorer. We're actually playing Explorer. Remember the point. We took a goddamn Explorer. Play that Explorer. Definitely take the Grizzly Bear. Grizzly Bear hits 2 of the projects. It's just dumb. It's very good. We can play it instantly, I think. Well, if I play the Grizzly Bear, what am I pouching with the Taz Devil? That's the only problem. That's the only problem. That's kind of a problem. Also, I could just play Guided School Tours off the row here. You know what? Actually, I also forgot that Guided School Tours got me ACP. I'm gonna sneak that CP. I'm just gonna do this. There's also Research coming down the row. Research could be the way that we get this free uni. Am I supposed to take this break to play Guided School Tours? I think so. I think I'm supposed to. I don't know. I'm getting very distracted. Taco is great early, but it falls off. Yes. Some games, ornithologist to your income. Other games, the cards at the table. A lot of them are contextual. Yeah, I will admit, the game is like really good in like how contextual things are. Like Cable Car could be an absolute monster, but like I'm ignoring it here. Like Meerkat Den can also like a lot of those can be very good, but like it's not important here. Like this game is tricky in that everything is so like context dependent, but yet generally learning the more impactful ones is important. But yeah, like Explorer is almost always good. It's just a ton of money and it's a decent amount of free points. Science Library is also quite good. Basically, free points and free money tend to be very good sponsors. That's kind of a shortcut, but at the same time, like a lot of the sponsorship ones are not very good, which also technically are points and money, but they're very low points and money, so they're often not really worth it. But I don't love the idea of pouching the science library, but I don't see a way around it here. Am I really pouching science library? Science library is one that you've always recognized. No bannable sponsors, but some are auto snaps. Yeah, like I kind of didn't think about snapping Explorer, and I actually probably should have a bit more, because snapping Explorer in hindsight without having hand size uni already was not that good, but I did it, so whatever. I could just not pouch with the Taz Devil, but I guess I just don't play Science Library. What am I playing Science Library for? Oh god, it's quite good though. Science Library is still like just like a guaranteed 6 points and some money back. No, maybe I just don't pouch. Not pouching is kind of sad, but I guess I just don't pouch. Or I don't. No, I have to play Taz Devil to play the bear. All right, whatever. I do get another upgrade. I guess it is. Oh yeah, duh. It's upgrade to Soch. Oh, this line's so good. This line's so good. It is play Taz Devil. Whoops. Don't pouch. Pass on the pouch. This line is so good because now I just I take a university, but I get both universities. We were very much wanting to win this race, so I am gonna win this race. I'm gonna get the first donate off. I have all the workers in the world. I'm already at Preds 3. I get to upgrade cards here, which is something we really need to do. I am out of big enclosures, so that part's always a bit bad. This map is tough for large animals, so that is the one downside. I am pretty cooked on large animals now, but... You think beginners overrate animals and underrate animals? Not pointing at me, range, just how much play it. Underrate sponsors. Ah, yes. Well, I also think your statement about overrate animals and underrate animals is accurate too. And the reason I say that's sort of accurate is I think a lot of beginners will like always like snap an eagle or an elephant in round 1, and I actually don't think that's very good either. I think it's very easy to get distracted by just snapping like great looking animals, but if they just sit in your hand forever, they don't really help you get anywhere. It's very possible you should not be snapping them yet. Um, but that's a thing that took me a while to learn too. So like whatever. Um, but animals are broken or trash contextually too. Yeah. All right. So to try to give you a good summary though of like important things, um, projects are good. Projects are getting you CP. Early CP gets you like bonuses off the row. So like we got, some games you can get like 10 money or some X tokens, or particularly the free partners who and free university rewards are very valuable. But basically, as you get early CP, you're getting bonuses at 2, 5, and 8 that help your engine. Also, every time you do a project, you're getting a bonus that helps your engine, whether it's snapping or two sides or more money or don't take the worker early very often. You should learn how to play well without taking the worker. This worker over here is kind of a crutch. I think people take that too often. Um, I guess a lot of my tips are sort of at beginner to intermediate level. Like, uh, if you're a true beginner, some of what I'm saying is probably also not actually necessary. But, um, but to go from beginner to intermediate, yeah, you should stop focusing on getting all of your upgrades. You should be very focused on projects. Um, as for upgrades, you should start to learn how to run like 3 upgrade game plans, learn how to run 2 upgrade game plans, learn how to play no build game plans, learn like no upgrade build, learn how to play no upgrade sponsors, learn how to play no upgrade Assoc. You're pretty much always going to upgrade animals. Every once in a while, you can learn how to play a no upgrade cards game. The main reason you upgrade cards is so that you can hit the rest of the rep track, but some games you just don't need that. Like some games you're just not going to hit the end of the rep track, so it's not going to matter. I am going to build a speculative 4 size just for later. I know we have no money, but our opponent has no money, so they have some money, but and they might just break 7 for us. Amazing. Great. Love that. I can't play a Sun Bear, but I might snap it anyhow. I have so many sponsors in play this game. It's kind of gross, but we have a ton of sponsors that have endgame goals, but we've already hit 2 of them. Yeah, we have so many endgame CPs, which is also could be very good here. But yeah, we have no cards in hand, so we do need to find stuff that actually is good. We need another pred, so the Sun Bear is very good here. The Sun Bear is the 4th pred we want. We're building toward preds. Our opponent did America's 5. I missed that. Okay. Yeah, they take the bear away. That makes sense. Research is pretty good for us then. Research is a project. Oh, also I can release. Well, I can only release one of my Australia Preds. I don't want to release my Australia Preds. But I guess I snap this, and my first action is draw. My first action's draw, and we'll cover up another X token. Almost never first reward worker. Second could be okay. Yes. Yes. Other general advice though that I think a lot of like weaker players projects are so important. So try to be taking partner zoos in universities that help you build toward your project goals. Try to be playing animals that help you toward your project goals. I'm probably hammering projects a bit too much, but also like I do think it's like kind of that important. Like if you can consistently just do efficient projects, you're often doing great. You do eventually have to start worrying how to like do efficient animals. Learning how to not get too distracted by your hand and like, well, basically the game is like constantly updating to new information. In fact, I shouldn't have drawn research yet. I should have kept looking at more cards. And so like anyhow, yes, constantly adapting to new info. This eagle owl looks good. It'll look at a lot of cards for us. I don't have the America's Partner Zoo, and I don't plan to take it. This is another species, which is good, and another continent, which is good. We do want to slowly assemble all of the symbols because of both Explorer and our endgame goals on Quarantine Lab and the Side Library Guided School Tours. I want I just want to hit all of these because of my cards. My cards are telling me like bonus points if I hit all the symbols. So collecting the Infinity Stones. We gotta get them all, or like collecting Pokemon. We want to hit everything. But you think release projects are hard to understand how good they are at first? Yeah, that's fair. Release projects are also probably quite a bit better than you're giving them value for. Release projects, yeah, you get rid of an animal, but like you get the enclosure back. So it's sort of like taking a project that gives you a bit less points than it looks like, but it comes with another project benefit. It often can help you hit the like track rewards really quickly. It comes with a rep, which is not to be underestimated. And yes, again, like you pick a regular project reward, you get your enclosure back. Release projects are also a little bit of how no build upgrade game plans work. Like it's part of why my game is pretty good here, is because like I was able to use this enclosure, then release that animal, and now reuse that enclosure without having to build. All of that works quite well. Here's another pred on the row. Another pred is good, but I guess I'm just playing. What project am I doing? Oh, research, right? Yeah, whatever. I can research for 4 if I need to, but I might not need to. I can take a card from the deck here. Leopard. I can't play Leopard. Leopard's good, though. All right, Eagle Owl, Percept 4. Find me a Predator. Find me a Pred. None of those are predators. Side entrance is no good here. These are honestly kind of shit. Yeah, these are pretty. That was pretty bad. Those are pretty bad. I guess I just played Dusky Leaf here. Alternatively, I could play Marabou, and our project reward could be an Aviary. But guys, this is only 4 points. Like, it at least moves into the aviary, though, which is not bad, instead of using up all my 2-size enclosures. You know what? We probably are taking the aviary reward on spec and hoping it works out. Yeah, I'm actually okay with that plan. I'm okay with that game plan. It also knocks out our Africa requirement, and this scavenge could maybe find something legit. Finds the Science Institute. Why can't it find the Science Library? Alright, you know what? Actually, yeah, keep the lizard. The lizard's cheap, and it's solid. Guerrilla Field Research. That looks good. Okay. For sure, prioritize getting a second worker. Just, my opponent just concedes the game. That's valid, to be honest. That's valid. 22 turns. I've been forcing them to do all the breaks. We're going to need another break, but yeah, this game's pretty close to over. I am missing the other predator I need, but like I'm about to do the research project. I probably just break a ton myself, snap like a predator, play another couple animals, and then do Preds 4 and win the game with some donates in there. So, I don't. And my end games are. I have so many end game points. Not a ton on Small Animal Zoo, but I have so many end game points already built up from all of our sponsors. I mean, again, I am this Dusky Leaf completes all this. So I have 5 endgame CP showing too, which is already a lot. So anyhow, you literally always take an upgrade. Yeah. So okay, sorry, I'm catching up on chat. Chat got busy, which is great. I'm glad that chat got busy. Yeah. Did we answer this? Yes, it's very important to find the second worker, either on 2 CP or 8 rep or from an animal or the sponsor taco. Yeah, you prioritize getting a second worker, you just don't do it from the left column. How often do you take the 2 CP worker? More than I used to, significantly more. You should take it like 30%, but you got to know how to play without all the upgrades. Yes. And yes, that left worker is fake worker, I agree. You would say you're taking the upgrade 95%, but again, the meta have passed you by. It definitely has. Leopard gets to hunt. If I could play the leopard, but the partners do. I would love to have played the leopard, but I couldn't. Do you just do the lowest level CP available, or you do try to save up for a big? You would say it's contextual. Um, Depends. Usually I try for a cheap one and then a long one. Yeah, I think Average Joe's answer is the best there. As you saw this game, especially in like a two-player game, like okay, I could have tried for 4 Europe, but early projects are just very good. Like, would you rather have 2 CP plus an early upgrade plus like 4 two-size enclosures, or would you rather wait and get 4 CP with like two like basically early projects just snowball you because you're not just getting the CP, but you're getting the rewards you're taking, and like that should help you keep going for more stuff. So always trying to wait for more can be tough. Also, you can be waiting forever. Like, there's no guarantee you're going to find 2 more Europe. If you for sure have a plan for how you're going to get 2 Europe really quickly, or like how you're going to go from 2 Europe to 4 Europe really quickly, like maybe you think about that. But on a lot of these projects, just get them done. Um, like just get them done if you can, and then build, like try to start building for the other ones. And so that's what I was doing this game, right? I did an early Europe, I found a release, which was great. I've been building up a bunch of preds, and it's like, okay, I just need to keep finding preds. I'll eventually, like, hopefully I'll hit that. I mean, there is no guarantee. My game is a lot of like make sure that you can find enough preds to go win preds. um Slash, it was also keep finding projects I can actually do, which is why I'm glad, like I have projects in hand that I can do. um which is important here because I'm out of other useful things to do with the Soch. And basically, like projects in a Soch are just some of the most efficient actions in the game. Like one of my big caps for this game is supposed to just be Preds 4. Um, so, and I was gonna hit Preds 4. I mean, even if it has to be this stupid little Martin on the row. But anyhow, you want to get the first couple out as quick as possible, but then once the race is less urgent, you do what makes most sense. Yeah, again, everything's very contextual, but how often do you release something that could be useful for a different CP? Um, yeah, admittedly, I'm not usually releasing an animal that I'm keeping around to try to hit other projects. So like that was one of the issues here with this Australia release, is that currently the only Australia releases I have are Preds. So I really don't want to release my Pred symbols. Um, but like maybe I find another Australia animal, which is part of why I kept this frilled lizard. Like if I have to, I can play the frilled lizard and then release the lizard. Um, that might have been something I eventually got around to. It just wasn't certainly a priority by any means at this exact moment. Um, but yeah, looping into the other players' stuff, I do think getting another worker is kind of important, but I think even people mildly overestimate that. You can get through the first couple rounds without an extra worker. If you are playing without an extra worker, you probably want to be the one that's pushing the brakes a bit faster. So you probably don't get the luxury of playing as many sponsors. So I've also been trying to pay attention to that correlation, but that might be a higher level concept that's not that important. But yes, definitely start thinking about taking the worker on 2 CP a bit more often. I didn't used to do this, but I've been doing it more and I like it. But basically, I now default to my plan is to like get a 2 CP worker, or like either I'm taking the 2 CP worker or I'm planning to get to 8 rep sometime in like pretty early game. Or every once in a while, yes, you find the early talented communicator, which is the route I took this game. Every once in a while, you can get away with an early, like, New Zealand fur seal or an early grizzly bear or something that gets you an extra worker. That could be pretty huge if you can do it via early animals, too. Um, but, yeah, definitely I've been warming up on the 2 CP worker life. Also, in very rare circumstances, uh, very rare circumstances, upgrading a Soch and getting your second worker from your third partner zoo can work. This mostly tends to be on maps where you get the free partner zoo, or if you get the free partner zoo from 5 CP. But sometimes that free partner zoo can help you get your extra worker off of a third partner zoo, and then that's another way. But again, that's less likely. Oh man, you love that Australia Predator. Oh, interesting. Automod doesn't want to allow you to post that, buddy. Sorry, that's probably out of time. That's probably way uh out of there now. This game seems more annoying than Terra Mystica. This game's very contextual, but I would argue Terra Mystica is very contextual. Like, I think it takes a while to learn good play. I also think it's a little hard for me to like give advice to like the 200 to 300 level at this point, because like I have been spending so much of my time recently figuring out how to get from the level I'm at, which is 500 plus, to 700. And I think, that's also very different lines of thinking. But and you guys are just talking. You got auto-modded for saying you like that full-throated animal. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You should. The seal is great. You love that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sorry you got auto-modded for that, but yeah. Um. Anyhow, yeah. So hopefully some of that rambling was kind of cohesive and useful to you. Um. Oh, this guy even told me he was going to resign. I just haven't been paying attention. Um. But um. But yeah, I don't know. I've definitely been learning a lot of good things. Whoa, 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 whoa. Expert alert. What? Oh, 19 minutes ago, though? I don't even know if this guy will play with us, but let's find out. Oh, he's live. Oh, team. Team, finally a super legit challenge for us. Oh, but we get random. Oh, I didn't pay attention to the maps. It is original maps, though. No, it's revised. Or no, yeah, this is original map. I definitely take outdoor areas over park restaurant. I like park restaurant, but outdoor areas with this free partner zoo and the extra enclosures is really good. This is a great no build upgrade map, so definitely take this map. We are first seat. We're up to against a very good opponent, though, so this is a great test. I'm going to try to be fairly focused on this one. Our opponent has Silver Lake, which is kind of bullshit. Silver Lake's definitely the best map, but I have both Eagles and an Ornithologist. That's hilarious. Um, I like the macaw. I like the macaw. We have Europe, Preds, and species diversity. Species diversity makes me want to keep the Kuwati. I definitely think I'm supposed to keep the Kuwati. I do want the macaw for early income. I think this is a very good opening on this map. Just take the America Partner Zoo and build some starburst around this space. I'm tempted to keep Ornithologist just because it's a sponsor and I don't have any sponsors here. Are the determination birds good early? Not really. What do they do for maps at WBC? In the heats at WBC, they do maps in reverse player order. So whoever's fourth seat gets their first pick out of a subset of 5 maps that is played in that heat. So I think that's pretty clever, and I think that's fun. And then in the quarterfinals, I think you bid for the maps you're on, and then in the semifinals, everybody's on the same map. Anyhow, the Eagles are usually not that great to hold on to early, but Bald Eagle's still pretty legit, especially if I'm going to have an America Partner Zoo. So I'm going to hold that one. I'm not going to hold both Eagles here, though, right? I think I just am going for species here, right? I have 4 different America's species in hand off of a bunch of small enclosures. I think we can rush for this species 5. I think that's the game plan. So let's try to push for that. Nothing on the row really changes my opinion, although, God, I could have had a sick ornithologist penguin pool all the birds game, but why would I do that? America Partner Zoo. You think they might auction in the semifinals, but you can't remember. Yes, they do. Silver Lake is banned, yes. Silver Lake being banned in the method of choosing maps. Are we upgrading build to make that happen? Wait, what? Last species ox? Oh, yeah, on the row. It is there. I don't know what we're upgrading. Oh, we're upgrading builds to play all these small enclosures faster. We might be, actually. That's a bit gross to think about. That's a bit gross to think about. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I wonder what my first associ action should be. My first associ action should definitely be America's Partner Zoo. I assure you, saving all this money on these animals, coupled with just actually being able to play the macaw is excellent early income. I guess I do just snap the muskox here, right? Snap the muskox. Will I have enough money to play both of these animals, though? I guess I will, right? I build... Well, I want to build two sizes. So that gets me down to $17. Play macaw. I don't have enough money unless I break. Which I do want to break. I guess I do two size first. My opponent should not be snapping the muskox. My opponent should not be snapping the muskox. You're going to have great income. Upgraded build is so strong this game. Macaw in round 1, heart. Yeah, macaw in round 1 is great. Macaw round 1 is great, just definitely. I guess I am going to snap the muskox. The muskox does set all of this up very smoothly. So, is the expert in Europe any good? The expert in Europe has got to be such a freaking distraction. I mean, well, Okay, you know what? Is it snap expert on Europe? The expert on Europe does give us one sizes, and it is a freaking Europe game. Macaw to get to the second partner zoo is hot. What is... Oh, wow, okay. I'm allowed to take the expert on Europe? Galaxy Brain on the expert on Europe line? Yeah, it might actually be correct. I was not considering that, but it might be correct. Might not need to upgrade build with that. Well, now we're talking my language. We're talking my language if I don't have to upgrade build. Also, wait, that gives me enough money to play Kawadi plus Macaw? Oh, wait, yeah, no, this is actually so good. I mean, I am going to need another species, but, like, again, the muskox is not going to be the... Wow, Yosemite. I missed that Yosemite came off the top ropes, though. Wowzers, there is a lot of good things to be doing. I'm gonna do the expert on Europe line, but only because it lets me double play animals, which I think is very efficient here. But holy crap, are there good cards. Wait, I can draw it with Macaw. This is crazy. But then I can't play it. I plan to play it, right? How much? It's crazy how much good stuff. Yes, yes, and there's a tapir coming down. Wow. I mean, yeah, this is so good. My plan is to do this. I play the macaw, put a kiosk, put a pavilion, put another pavilion, play the Kawadi. I guess I could play the Tamarin, actually. Maybe it's play the Tamarin instead. Is it the Tamarin or the Kawadi? I don't know. If it's... Also, what am I upgrading? Yosemite goes away. Fair enough. Knock build out of the way. It's probably the Kawadi? You might have snapped the release. I don't know that I would blame you for snapping the release, because, yeah, my opponent has the release now, which is a little spooky. I get one size from Europe Partner Zoo. Oh, I can get another one size from the Europe Partner Zoo. Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah, this start is so hot. This start is so hot. What am I upgrading? Did I just upgrade sponsors because I love to upgrade sponsors? I really love to upgrade sponsors, team. Plus, I probably do want to break pretty soon. And then I get more money. Yeah, I don't need to upgrade build. Screw upgrading build. Alright. 16 income looks pretty good. What am I doing? What am I doing with my Soch action next round, though? Was I supposed to knock a Soch out of the way? Am I that dedicated to... I'm not that dedicated. I can't hit... God, Tapir and Kawadi is 20 bucks? I mean, do I dare knock a Soch out of the way, snap, break, play 2 animals after build, and I assume I can do species 5 next round? I mean, probably. I probably could do that. My opponent is nowhere near breaking. Yeah, my opponent's been setting... What has my opponent even been doing, everybody? We've been so into our own world. I'm going to knock a Soch out of the way, which is wild, but I think it's correct. And then, yeah, I think the Tapir. I think it's snap Tapir and then break. We're getting constricted, though, so we can't snap. Well, that actually kind of sucks. That actually kind of sucks. Oh, issue was this, so maybe we should have upgraded Soch for the partner zoo on 5. So this is a case where we're not setting for size 2 species. This whole context thing is a scam. What would BDW do? New map makes it much harder. Yes, on the old map, you should start like this. Yes, I do pretty much always start like this. Okay, I'm just going to break 5 here. I don't have anything else to do. I'll break 5. Then I will snap the Tapir. Assuming it's still there. If the Tapir gets snapped, that sucks. Yeah, that constriction was kind of a mess, but I have 27 bucks less the Kawadi. I have $19. I have $19, so actually the muskox still works too. The muskox still works too, but I'd rather have the Tapir, and I get the Tapir. Actually, wait, can I get the Tapir from... No, I have no rep. I was going to say, can I get it from rep range? I cannot get it from rep range. Check. Give me the Tapir. We do have to pay attention to our opponent breaking before we take an Soch action this round. So hopefully that doesn't come to be. Hopefully that doesn't come to be. If I have to, I can take a university next action. But I should get away with this. I should get away with this. Never mind, we do it on 2 CP, upgrade a Soch. Correct. I can do that. Also, like, I could just take $10. Like, $10 is not a bad reward. I care more about fighting for that partner zoo in games where the rewards are more disparate, but here I care less. But I'm with you, I should still take the partner zoo. Like, the penguin pool gets played, that's fine. Honestly, it looks like my opponent's kind of also racing for species. Nah, I guess not really. Well, maybe. They don't know what I'm doing either, so... opponent's game is getting some sponsors down, though. So, I mean, there's that. Although, we already have a taco. I mean, a taco's less necessary when I'm getting an extra worker. God, I'm getting an extra worker from the partner zoo. Yeah, getting an extra worker from the partner zoo is insane. Never mind. Stop listening to everything else I just said. Everything I was saying was a scam. I'm going to kill Jungle? God, Jungle's good for us, too. Why am I killing any of these? Kill the Barred Owl Hut, actually, with the Penguin Pool. Kill the Barred Owl Hut with the Penguin Pool. That's not for us. That's not for us. I'm not digging anything else out. I'm fine if the roll looks crazy. I'm okay with that. Kill the taco. Actually, wait, maybe it is kill taco, right? I'm going to get a worker from here. I am getting a worker from here. Opponent has upgraded sponsors. Maybe it is kill taco. Yeah, actually, I think you're right. I think killing taco's right. I don't need it. I don't need it. I mean, it still is okay, but I think you're right that it's My opponent could easily like snap it here with their upgraded sponsors, and they need it more than I do. So, all right. Do you dig the board or your hand? I usually dig my hand, but I don't know that I'm always doing it correct. You think Uni and Partners are usually the best? Yes, but money is fine. 10 money and the 3Xs are next down, but they are far behind a Uni and Partners. Yeah. You just mean there are situations where you can do something crazy with 3x or times 2 that might make you skip a Uni or Partners every once in a while. Anyhow, this is awesome. Species 5. I think I'm taking Snapping and taking the jungle. Oh, I also need 2 size, though. Wait. I do need 2 size. I need to stop having to build constantly, right? No, it's got to be 2 size reward first. Who am I kidding? It's got to be 2 size reward first. Oh, I can pick up stuff from the row eventually, too. All right. Upgrade Assoc. Upgrades Association. Give me another partner zoo. Generally take Asia as the speculative partner zoo. There's so many great things that are locked behind the Asia partner zoo. Unfortunately, I can't get jungle off the row. We'll just set up this bald eagle spot. Although, when am I playing this bald eagle? I don't know. Whatever. It's fine to put it there. That's where a 2 size is always going. I did get another worker, but it still looks like I'm just breaking 5. Ooh, the muskox goes. That makes it harder. Oh, and it's, yeah, the muskox took all the stuff. Oh, that's their release. Opponent has the Yosemite release, so maybe I don't break 5. I could snap jungle. I could build a 1 size to pick up jungle. Should have dug the muskox. What? He had the muskox in hand. Maybe I'm dumb, but you thought the card with the 2 size would have been nice. 2 size on this map's even more insane. Yeah. 2 size is dumb. How bad do I need jungle? I don't have another project at the moment, but if my opponent is committed to playing the release project, I guess I don't need jungle, right? Because I can just release this. I can just release the Tamarin anyhow, because opponent's going to play Yosemite. So I'm just going to copy their Yosemite. I mean, that's why they play the muskox. They have Yosemite in hand, right? Like, we just trust them to play Yosemite and we break here because it's all the money and an X token. It does kind of bail my opponent out. Alternatively, I could just Uni. I could use 3 X tokens to Uni. What about 3 X tokens to Uni? Just draw first? I could. I kind of like this Uni idea, though, actually. Plus the donate? It's a lot. 3 X's for a Uni seems fine. I agree. Like, I think whatever. These are here to be used. Like, my opponent doesn't have clear actions, so, like, whatever. They have basic research. Okay. Well, this does let me build a 2 size to pick up jungle before I break. I kind of do like picking up the jungle still, just so that I have control. Plus, it gives me the rep. Yeah, I think I like that. I mean, manually building a 2 size is a bit gross, but I think I like this and now break. Ooh, migration recording. That's spooky. Not the devil for Preds 2 or 4? Oh. No, that was me being dumb. I so forgot that Preds is the other project. Yeah, that should have been Taz Devil, but now it kind of really can't be, so. Yeah, that was bad. It happens. Yeah, it does, but that was bad. Oh well, I agree it happens, but yeah, dang. I should have done that, but oh well. Oh well. Alright, we're just gonna snap, get a bunch of money. Or not snap, but break. We're gonna break. I admittedly am getting X tokens back, or I get doubler. I don't know which I'm taking, but if I just do hand size Uni here, If I just do hand size uni, this moose could eventually be cool, but I don't think it does anything for us right now. So I think I leave this draw for later. I think I start building for the marketing. I do want to build a 3 size here because that's the only way to have a large enclosure touching rock. Learning little tactics about the map helps. It's not a huge deal. Primate breeding seems good. Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't think it's snap worthy, but it is good. Yeah. Is there any doubler that makes sense for me? Not really. All right, the Yosemite gets played as expected, so I probably should just be doing a project anyhow. Yeah. Opponent gets the $10. Yeah, opponent's game is still pretty dang good here too, and they get their worker off the rep track. They take the primate breeding. Okay. The migration recording looks also really good. With jungle in hand, the migration recording is pretty crazy. Although I guess finding more jungle. Well, we can release the Kawadi, right? If we're gonna commit to migration recording, we can release the Kawadi, we can release the and America's on the board. What do you mean by America's on the board? For releasing. Yeah, I think snap migration recording might actually be correct here. It does look like this could be a sick migration game. It's not terrible. I don't know if it's strong enough. That is my hesitancy. And I guess I still want to build toward Europe for. Don't forget to think about the big nose. Big nose feels wrong to me, but okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna just take the uni move, get my upgrades done, get both cards and animals upgraded here, and then we get to go look at a ton of cards, and I think that's actually probably better. I think it's probably better to just get everything figured out. The only thing that's a little bit unfortunate here is I'm going to leave the doubler on the row. I don't love leaving the doubler on the row, but I think the X tokens are very good for me. My opponent's probably never upgrading a Soch. They still need to upgrade cards. My opponent needs to get 2 partners used to upgrade cards. They play the migration recording off the row. Okay. That's not great news. 3Xs are great. It's like a uni, but we went spreading to 3 this for a uni before. That's true. Okay, then don't think about it. I mean, I am tempted to think about big nose. I don't know. I obviously don't know what I'm doing here. And I'm hoping the deck is going to tell me what I'm doing, which is always spooky. Condor, interesting. Lots of birds. I almost wish I could have an aviary. And I almost wish... Ooh. Okay, so... Okay. If I can do Primates 4, I'll do Primates 4. But how was I to know that was going to be a thing? I am going to play Primatologist, assuming that opponent doesn't kill it. Assuming opponent doesn't kill Primatologist, I play Primatologist, and then the Tamarin and the Proboscis Monkey becomes playable into Primates 4 or Primates 5 with the Howler Monkey. So I guess I release the Kawadi or the Macaw. But ask and ye shall receive. Yeah, the big nose has play. You feel like my line signaled that I wanted to play Primatologist? Definitely. But like opponent can't always block everything. Like their sponsor and cards were in slots 1 and 2. So like what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do about my desire to have Primatologist there? The answer is like what they did, nothing. My opponent looks like they can't break, so I still get to play animals here. Although I can only play 1 animal. Oh, shit, I don't have another science tag for this. Whoops. How are we getting one science? Yeah, I always forget that I don't have science tags, so you just saw a perfect example of that. I guess I'm just playing the Bald Eagle for now, which is fine. I'm just going to play Bald Eagle into Project here. Um, yeah, it's fine to just use Eagles early, too. People have this crazy want to keep the Eagles forever, but, like, it's fine to just get them done. But yeah, copy the Yosemite, and we'll release the Macaw. It's fine. And then I take snapping, or I take $5. I guess I take snapping. Yeah, I joined the snapping life. Denying research looks okay here. I sort of want this Howler Monkey. I guess Howler Monkey means that I don't need the Tamarin, because the Tamarin is very unclear. Also, we have not been looking at our endgames. This is not good. I guess I keep Research Zoo, and I eventually take the... Taking the 2 Science Uni is not bad here. It's not good here, but taking the 2 Science Uni looks okay. I don't need these other animals that bad. Don't donate 7. My opponent's never donating. I have slight money issues. Foreign Institute is actually an even better answer for how we're going to get that other science symbol. Foreign Institute looks good, but... Is that the normal amount of attention to pay to your endgames? Because you totally relate. It's what a lot of people do, but I should have looked a little sooner. Kawadi gets a 2 size versus a 1 size. Yeah, that's true. I suppose I should have released the Quadi. I kept the Quadi because it just has more symbols that I don't have, and so like it leaves me more open for certain other connectors. But I don't know if that's the right thought either. But you think beginners totally overrate the endgame scorings? Well, yeah, to be clear, I think it is probably correct to mostly ignore them. I will say this, like, knowing that I have sponsor endgame, upgraded sponsors seems a bit better. Knowing that I have Research Zoo, maybe I should have pushed for the migration recording, but whatever. I'm gonna build a 3 size here. My plan is to build a 3 size. I want to snap Foreign Institute and play it in the break. That's what I want to accomplish. This 3 size is just setting up the Big Nose location. So the dream, break, play Foreign Institute in the break, and then I can play Tamarin and Big Nose. I can do Primates 4, and then I can eventually do Jungle. Veterinarian gets played, that's legit. Taking research away from them looks very good. I am definitely breaking here. We need to get moving. I don't have money. I need lots of money. I get lots of money. And I get a Foreign Institute. Uh-oh, Brown Beck. Wait 1 second. Euro Brown Bear, you say. I really wanted that Foreign Institute. But Euro Brown Bear is a monster. It also gets us really close to the Europe project. It gets us another Pred. Huh. This is why we keep the Quadi. Yeah, I think it's gotta be the Brown Bear. Brown Bear is dumb. I wish I could pick up the Foreign Institute with this 2x, but I can't. Am I giving up on Big Nose now, or I'm gonna have to build a 5 size touching the rock? That's annoying. Oh, that's annoying. This is why you're a Snap lover. I mean, Snap is very good, to be clear. Snapping, very good. And Euro Brown Bear is insanely good. It's such a good card. However, like, what am I playing now? I mean, I do get a doubler on a Sos, which is going to be a sick. Like, it's very sick. Also, the bonus worker is very good. Am I snapping Foreign Institute? Am I just Xing cards out of the way for now? You think I am snapping Foreign Institute? I do want it. It solves a lot of issues. Alright, I don't really need other cards. Don't really need other cards. What are my projects, though? Wait a second. What are my projects? I can't... Wait. This brown bear is not that good, right? I'm gonna have to actually release my Tamarin if I do this. I'm running out of time, but I don't like this. Am I not playing the brown bear? Or maybe I'm not playing the brown bear yet. Wait. What if I don't play the brown bear yet? What if this is not brown bear yet? What if this is use all my X tokens to Foreign Institute? There's no rush on the brown bear. Yeah, I can build another 3 size for the brown bear. The brown bear can live in the 3 size. I don't know if I have enough money to do everything I want. God, I'm like $1 short. I'm like $1 short of being able to do everything I want, which is dumb. That's dumb. But yeah, brown bear only lets me Preds 2. This is insane to pay this for Foreign Institute. Ugh. Is this actually right? Just so I can play the frickin'... I still can't play Big Nose off of this then, can I? Or no, I can play Big Nose first? No, I still don't get enough money back. These guys cost frickin' 41. I'm only gonna have $40. Ugh. No, this is bad. This is bad. All of this is bad and wrong. I could just take the 2 Science Uni. I could just take the 2 Science Uni right now. And I have research. I have research too. This is fine. This is fine. I guess if I was willing to do that, the brown bear was fine too then, but whatever. This is messy though. It fixes the money problem? I'm not getting money for that. How does that fix the money problem? The money that you keep seeing is somebody else's science library, not ours. Or did our opponent just play a monkey? No, we've not fixed the money problem. Yeah, you saw money. Yeah, that's our opponent's science library, unfortunately. Our opponent has doubled sponsors. Are they going to just break? I don't know. I guess I can afford to just play monkey here. Just playing monkey here is not that bad, is it? Like, just play the monkey and everything is getting set up for the next break. The next break, we are going to play brown bear, big nose into double project. I guess that's fine. I guess we just set that up. 29 plus 12 is not 40, yeah. What's the money angst about? Yeah, the money angst is we're $1 short. You think I'm still cooking for the future? I mean, I am. But I mean, it's not like my opponent's not doing things. My opponent's doing things in the meantime. They also have all the sponsors. I guess my opponent isn't exactly setting up for any big projects that we see, but any releases they've been finding that we don't know about could be monsters. So, but yeah, I guess I'm gonna just play... I'm just playing one animal here. That part's not great, but I think it's okay. Think it's okay. Our action order is a little out of whack, but whatever. Our opponent is are they just super breaking here? No, they're cable carring. I'm curious if my opponent's breaking at all. That part's unknown. But I think it's okay. I build a 3 size. I just break a million myself. In the break, I can cover cards. And then, yeah, I play double animals into double Assoc. I mean, it's pretty legit. Where was this a second ago? Build into break seems okay. Yeah, that's the game plan. I agree. That's the game plan. I did sort of want to play Foreign Institute in the break, but What are we killing when we break? Condor? Yeah, the Condor is completely useless. Yeah, we do not need the Condor. Opponent is playing Primate Breeding. Okay, you know what? That is less spooky than most of the options, to be honest. That is less spooky than most of the options. They take Tars, Cap. Tars is a little spooky, right? I guess not. Basically, the problem, the thing is, well, no, it's a little spooky, because if I break, the Tars gives them options to break our doubler on the Euro Brown Bear, which could be an issue. Also, Anthong for them is very good, though. Anthong to release this Vulture is kind of too good for them, so I kind of do want to just break and take it into our hands. Because, like, they're going to take it with their next action. All right, I guess I just break. I hope that they can't... I hope that they can't break my doubler on a Soch. Because that is basically game-winning for them if they can do that, though. And they know I have a Euro Brown Bear. I mean, it's going to involve them breaking some weird number right off the bat, though, which they're probably not going to do. Wow, Sumatran Tiger is also kind of a monster in a Preds game. Sumatran Tiger, kind of a monster, but... wait a sec. How many X tokens do I have? Not enough. Okay, I was about to say, I could draw one of these from range and take the Sumatran myself, but no. We have other plans. Sumatran Tigers for our opponent. How are they going to do that with the monkey to break my 2x? They would play the monkey. If they choose to play two animals here, if they like play the monkey plus something else, then they have the option to break. But I guess I would know that, right? I would know that. So they would have to have something like Eagle Tarsier, like Bald Eagle Tarsier into break. Expert in Preds comes down. Okay. It's fine. They still have determination, remember? Freaking Silver Lake's insane, but I guess what I'm about to do is pretty insane too. Do I use an X token for a rep? Do I even X token for rep here? Like, probably not. Probably save these X's for who knows what, but continue to just have the X tokens. Also, the Sumatran Tiger is still there, but I guess I don't need it. All right, doubler on a Soch, get new Soch workers, great. Get the last worker. Oh, the expert on Europe builds. Oh, I could grab the Sumatran Tiger. Sure. I will take that for safekeeping, please. Well, actually, Europe. Wait a sec. Am I supposed to... I'm supposed to take this for Europe 4, right? In case we have time for Euro 4. I don't know that we have time for Euro 4. I truly don't know how many points this is, because I've not been doing math. But maybe we have time for Euro 4. It seems unlikely we have time for Euro 4 when we're at 72 points, but I guess my projects are primates and... I don't know. Only 12? We're going to be 12 short? Yeah, that's what I was worried about. That's what I was worried about, just doing the math just now. Yeah, it does not look like we're like crossing, even with donos, right? I don't have a lot of time to think, is part of the problem. But yeah, I need 28 points, which sounds a hell of a lot. Like, I would need 10 shields. I don't think I can get 10 shields with this. Maybe primates into release Big Nose, take 12 money, and play the Tiger. Are you saying I'm supposed to release Big Nose here? And play Tiger? And so I should have taken Tiger into hand? Interesting. Alright. Definitely primates. Sadly, there's no bonus here for, like, X's or anything. I think I donate 7. Can I cross? Are we sure I can't cross? I'm at 90? Wait, I was supposed to take the rep. Oh, I think I was supposed to take the rep, maybe? Yeah, that might have done it. I don't know. 2X's for 2 rep. Plus do a release? Does that actually get me there? I don't know. It's close. It's so close. I have the $10. Okay. Yeah, I guess do jungle. And this guy nets 5. That guy nets 5. This guy nets 5. So it doesn't really matter. Yeah, they all just net 5. I don't know why I'm taking X tokens. Should be taking money. And I should take... Wait, okay. This is... I'm sorry. I'm going to open up the big enclosure, just in case it matters. Oh yeah, this crosses. This crosses. This crosses. Okay, never mind. We cross at 101. All right. It took a sec to get there, but we had it. Okay. We did it. Pred breeding is 1 more point. Oh no, because of the rep. Don't mind you. Yeah, whatever. We found the cross. Like, maybe there was a way to get a few more points, but we found the cross. Nice. It was the donos and the rep. Yes. The 2 rep there was the secret. I told you there was future cooking. Yeah. Yeah, that was wild. Now, to be clear, we may not have won. I mean, I think we've won because I don't think our opponent could get close enough in 1 turn. But they have determination. Remember, their map has freaking determination. So like, they have all of these freaking sponsors. I don't even know how many endgame points they have. Oh wow, they had cable car to geologist at some point. Gross. But like, we have like no endgame. I have crossed with freaking I'm at 104, so like our opponent might still be winning this, assuming they have any animals that are worth playing here. Which I guess the answer is they look like they don't have anything too scary because they don't have any enclosures. So, but I mean, still 85, like 85 plus Tars. I mean, they're at like 90. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be close. I have 1 for research. They have 1, 1, 2, 2. We got it, but only by 2 points. Yeah, gonna be close. Uh, we got it by 2 points, though. Guy proposes a rematch right away. I'm not gonna take a rematch. I'm done. I need to take a break. But future cooking undefeated. Yeah, 30 CP is that good? Yeah, 31 CP. But yeah, what a game. Yeah, that was wild. We did all the interesting. I didn't realize I did all the breaks that game, but 27 turns, like good times, fast, yeah, fast one. But yeah, just no end game, just no end game, all push. Um, I wonder, was I supposed to give them Anthong so I could do this? I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. There was so many thoughts there, so whatever. Big brain expert of Europe. That expert of Europe was crazy. Uh, I mean, it turns out we didn't actually do the Europe project, but like, I still think that saved us from having to build, and it gave us early money. And yes, getting the early 5 species into the winning the race to the free partner zoo was really good. The mid game was definitely a little stalled in setting up to figure out what worked, but drawing that other Tamarin, and then yeah, getting Primatologist Big Nose, Primates 4, that was all really slick. Brown Bear is always just dumb. Like, this is still, even though it wasn't the most insane Brown Bear, it's still really good. But, whew, 2 sponsors are better than 10. I mean, it was super close. Like, the opponent could have beat us too, but it let you not upgrade build. That was huge. Yes, I do agree with that. And it was an out. It was an out to Europe. We were pretty close to Europe, so 2 tense games. Yeah, the big nose was nice. You think we're overrating the impact of expert on Europe this game, but it was nice. I don't know. I think the expert in Europe. I actually kind of agree. The expert on Europe was pretty powerful here. The couple of extra enclosures were nice early to get rolling. Um, I we were pretty tight on hitting species 5 during round 2. Like our second associate action of the game was species 5. It's not that easy to do. Uh, it needed to come together real just right, but that was cool. But yeah, only 2 sponsors. Like we just broke a lot, right? I just broke a lot. Uh, yeah, I mean I did 6 sponsors actions, but 4 of them were breaking. But if you're gonna break a lot, you should upgrade sponsors and get a lot of money for it. 11 X tokens gained, by the way. Yeah, burned so many X's. Still built 5 times. But... Oh, that one felt good. I've not had a high quality win in a while here now, or like a real high quality. But yeah, this has been. Whew. Anyhow, we didn't have money to do it if we had to build more. Yeah, that's the thing. The fact that Expert on Europe like saved us money slash saved us on the build actions, or again like allowed us not to upgrade build, but allowed me to upgrade sponsors, and then I had all this money. Like I don't know, it was whew, that was a good one. I'm glad that I found a game against somebody else that's like basically playing the settings I want to, who's actually rated really highly also. So that was a good battle. But yeah, I mean they were super close. They were super close with all their stuff too. Lots of sponsors, also powerful stuff. I also missed that they played a rhino. When did they play a rhino? I don't even know. Also, what did they take with their rhino? They must have taken something like they must have been planning to get to. They probably were thinking they had just a little more time, and they were probably planning to do something big. Like must have been something like Africa 5 or Asia 5 or Birds 4, and we cut them just in time. I wasn't. There was way too much for me to figure out. I was not paying enough attention to my opponent that game, which is also bad. But anyhow, um, but yeah, and again, to be fair, the expert on Europe definitely could have helped us hit Europe 4. Like, um, I mean, again, if somehow if I had just a little more time, I have a $2 freaking lizard to throw in, or a $1 lizard to throw in, a 2-point lizard. But if I could have snuck that in, we would have been able to cross a decent bit more. But I didn't find that till later, obviously. But if we found some type of Europe a little bit sooner that I could have actually played with some of these single play animals, having to single play animals a few times this game, that part was a bummer. But I guess yes, setting up Brown Bear Big Nose is a good time. So. Okay. Anyhow, that was some fun Ark Nova. I'll hopefully get this. I think this was 3 games in a row, right? Hopefully get these uploaded to YouTube. That was a good stretch. Working our way up to some skill levels and having to be quite sharp there. But hopefully deranged. A lot of that earlier talk helped. I'm assuming you're gone now, which is totally fine. But if you do watch this later or have questions, honestly, feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to like try to think about some slight more summary of what I've been learning about how to be better at Ark Nova. Uh, it was kind of difficult during the games that I kept doing there to cohesively think about stuff. Um, unlike like Agricola, where I feel I've really got a lot locked down, Ark Nova still very much has me having to constantly evaluate and think through things. I can't quite like talk and stream like I can when I Agricola while I Ark Nova, because yeah, it's it's not as chill during the Ark Nova life, but it was good times. So laurels are in the mail. I don't know if that's true, but you think my principled early bald eagle was also a big impact? Yeah, to be clear, playing the Eagles early is totally fine. Um, People get way hung up on like trying to save those for late, but like whatever. It's an extra turn. Extra turns early can also just be allow you to get so much more done than you otherwise would. Like just freaking rip them, go for it. But uh, yeah, no, that was a good game. That was a nice. That was nice. I mean, the row also provided for us, so like whatever. But good times. Anyhow. It's also only one other player's turn to talk during. That's true. If I was doing more like 4-player Ark Nova, I would have more time to figure stuff out too. But anyhow, yeah, that felt good. That's been nice. This is definitely the highest my Ark Nova Elo has ever been. Hitting 633, beating a 650 also might be the best. Uh, but yeah, we're seeing a slight uptick recently, and I don't know if I'm on a lucky run or I'm legit better. I think both. I think the answer is kind of both. But yeah, I think the answer is kind of both. But I'm looking forward to seeing how stuff goes in the future. But yeah, as is for now, I should head off and do some other stuff. Maybe I wind up streaming into Agricola yet, but I'm probably gonna try to play some games with friends here in a bit. So don't use it all up for WBC. I mean, probably both is correct. I agree. 14th in Agricola, sheesh. Yeah, Agricola's also been going very well for me lately. Uh, I don't, again, some combo I've been playing well, but like there's a lot of tight Agricola games lately that I keep winding up on the right side of. It's been fortunate, so you know, I don't know. I don't know if all the I don't know if all the luck and all the games are going to continue to WBC, but that's certainly the hope. Like we're putting. I'm certainly going to be in position to have a big WBC again. I think I think I've practiced a lot of these games enough that I have the capability of putting together a bunch of strong play for a week. Actually going and executing and then getting the right breaks and getting the results. Who knows? We'll see. Again, the results are also not really the point. I love the chase and it is fun to try to aspire to them all, but like I'm gonna have a blast that week regardless. That's the important bit to focus on, but it'll be fun to see how it works out too. So anyhow, gotta get the St. Pete up. Those are rookie numbers. My St. Pete luck has been so bad lately. If we want to look at my St. Pete elo, I lived right up in the 500 lands for like quite a lot, but uh lately I cannot buy wins. Now, I'll grant when I was up in the freaking 550s, some of this was again, this is 1,000 days ago already. Some of this was back in an era uh some of this was back in an era where we BGA changing the way their elo penalties and system works for repeat opponents really killed the St. Pete elo pool. So there is a decent bit of that going on. Um, there's not enough players. You can't possibly not like have a bunch of repeat opponents. So I think the St. Pete pool got impacted more than a lot of these other pools. But whatever. This guy's looking for a game again. I just can't. I can't go put myself through that again though. I'm truly gonna end here. Thanks all. It's been good hanging out, chatting again. Maybe I stream it a little bit here, but I'm probably gonna just try to game with friends and chill for the evening. But that was some really good Ark Nova practice. So that was nice. Thanks all for hanging out, chatting. It's been a lot of fun. But yeah, gonna head off later. All appreciate it.